G'day, g'day. How we doing, boys? Oh, it's gonna be a real short one today. Pretty much flying out in about, leaving the hotel in about 6 hours, something like that. Hope everyone's good today. Just realized I'm probably not gonna be online for like a day and a half, so I figured I better jump on and just see how everyone's doing. I've got a little bit of time. Hope whoever's here is having a good one. I'm not even sure what time it is where everyone is, because I don't even know what time it is where I am now. It's 4:30 in the UK. So that means it's what, 10 o'clock at night in America? Maybe I've got that wrong. But anyway, I hope everyone's well. How you doing, Crystal? What's good in the hood? Shotty's in the building. How we doing, Shotty? Hopefully you're still here, Chris, as well. How's everyone doing? Sorry for the brief one. I've got like I said, I've got like a bit of a busy one today. I like to get to the airport as quickly as possible. I'm one of those people who's usually right 10:30 perfect. I've never been on that this time before, so it'll be interesting. John Jones coping again on Twitter about that. I finally saw that. How you doing, Angie? Hope you're in good health. Yeah, I saw that video that Tom made. It was a little bit silly, but I think it was like the perfect way of handling it. Because obviously when people came out and said that Aspinall was gonna go for John Jones, I thought he was gonna just sit there, make a statement and say, look, I'm the interim champion, I should be getting the fight, blah blah blah. But making kind of a little video skit out of it, I thought was the perfect way to handle it. And now he's basically called him out in like a playful way, and he's made Dana White look a little bit silly without actually going at his own boss. So Tom Aspinall's learning, man. Got my chicken coop mostly finished. That was freaking exhausting. I can imagine that must have been rough. Getting better. I'm really glad to hear that. I'm really glad to hear that. Um, the old hammer and nails there. I'm not very good at the old DIY myself. I don't know if you can tell that by looking at me. That I'm not like a domestic god. I'm not the old DIY king. Never really been my style. Tom was searching for John in the local duck pond. Uh, I think there's sound. I think there's sound. I think somebody else would have said it if it was or they just watched my lips moving and they're just trolling me. Oh yeah, you mean Mohammed Makayev? Mohammed Makayev cannot catch a break these days. I didn't know Mohammed Makayev was Dagestani. I thought he was. Well, I know he represents Britain, but like I obviously knew he was from that kind of region, but I didn't know it was. I didn't know it was. He's the guy, yeah, who fought Manel Cap. I don't know if you saw that, Crystal. The flyweight who fought Manel Cap, won, and then got tossed out of the UFC. And now he's begging to fight for free, and then he got kicked out. Um, and now he's crashed his car. He's literally had every major organization on the planet come out and say they don't want anything to do with him, even though he's undefeated. He's 24. All right, he's a boring twat, but apparently he's a really difficult guy to like work with. And so yeah, man, he's pretty much he cannot catch a break. But I thought it was really funny when he got kicked out because he was acting like an arsehole. But now I'm starting to feel a little bit sorry for him. You too, Angie. I hope you feel a lot better. I'll be back home soon, so I'll shoot you a message at some point to get what do they call it, the 101 or whatever it is on how you've been doing, the specifics of it. I need to catch up with you properly. The skinny, as we sometimes call it. How you doing, Mr. Skywalker? I love the fact that you've got a wrench in your name. That is such a brilliant idea. I'm so hyped for Cal. Do you know what? Yeah, this card is actually secretly good on paper. It's probably one of the better like stacked Apex cards this year, which isn't saying much, but it's super quiet though for some reason. Fuck. Thing is, yeah, Northy, I don't have my microphone with me, so I'm using like a. Hang on a second. Hang on a sec. I think I need to take back what I just said. So we've got Neil Magny and did something fall out? Did a fight fall out? Am I fucking going mad? Only one. This card is secretly good, you know. It's got obviously Cannonier and Baralho. It's got Angela Hill and I don't know who Robert Vantenlin is. I'll be honest. I don't know who the fuck that is. But it's got Neil Magny and Michael Morales as well. Edmund Shabazian and Gerald Mearshart. It's not a bad. It's not a bad fight. Dennis Bazookia and Francis Marshall. We've got Zachary Reese is back as well. We've got Borshev. This card is all right for a this is what like an Apex card should look like. They added a couple of tough fights to the card, so it's looking great. Oh, that's what this is, yeah. All right, that's who those guys are. Right, gotcha. I didn't watch Tough. I said I was going to, but then I just lied and didn't. Hopefully your phone isn't fucked, mate. That's the last thing you need. Guru just dropped an interview with Darren Till. Is it any good? You will like that Robert guy. He got an elbow KO in Tough. So is this like the Tough finale? Is that what this is? Well, I suppose they had to add it at the last minute because what the last episode of Tough was last week, right? I'm fairly sure I heard somebody mention that. I'm definitely going to check out that Guru interview with Darren Till as well. Have you seen the Cade Ruotolo versus Andrew Ticket match in CJ1, one of the best grappling matches of all time? I haven't seen it, no. I like the Ruotolos. I like the Ruotolos. They're actually like, I think BJJ is fucking soy and hard to watch, but I can watch those two. They're not bad. They're not bad at all. Yeah, I could as soon as I mean I haven't, to be honest, yeah, I haven't watched Tough in like 15 years. Rain in summer. I'm so sorry, Northy man. It's been a rough month. It's been a rough month for you, brother. Real rough. I hope things pick up for you soon. BJJ is normally soy. Shorty, sometimes I feel like we're like two horses in a harness. That's what I feel. It's like we read each other's thoughts. It is fucking soy, but like I said, the Ruotolos are both of them. They actually make BJJ look less shitty. It's like, you know that Mikey Miskia, no, whatever his name is. I find him fucking boring as well. I know he's obviously good at what he does, but it's painful to watch that guy. I didn't watch Tough this year, but I saw highlights of it. I know nothing about it. I obviously know that one of the fighters is like a friend of Jack's from Making the Walk MMA. Um, the guy's name was just in my head. I think it's Theodoro or something like that. It's something like that. But he lost in the first. He obviously lost in the first round. That's what I'm saying, Shotty. Like two peas in a pod, as we also say around here. I did watch the Conor. I didn't watch any of that. I knew it was going to be shit. Conor McGregor isn't. First of all, Conor McGregor isn't the same person. Yeah, the whole I saw that Mikey and Sneeko thing. Mikey is the thing is though. Sneeko's a piece of shit. Yeah, don't get me wrong. Elias Theodore. That's it. Frankie. I'm just. Oh, I'm retarded. Jax is like good friends with him. Did an interview of him before he went on Tough. I wish it had gone better for him, but it was the wrong weight class for him anyway. I think he's a welterweight and he was fighting at middleweight. So he basically just got like wrestle fucked from what I heard. So a bit of a I mean you've got to take these opportunities when they come along, I guess. But he was obviously a welterweight fighting at middleweight, so it was always going to be rough going for him. especially because he's not a particularly huge welterweight either. Yeah, but at Mikey, and the thing is, yeah, like I said, Sneeko is a twonk, yeah, and he's said some really stupid things over the years, and he's been embarrassed a couple over the years. I don't really know a lot about him. Like, obviously, you know about the whole cucking thing and all that because you can't miss that stuff if you're on the platform. But he's right though. Mikey is a dweeb. He's a little fucking dweeb. He is. Could he rip? Could he rip any of our legs off? Yeah, but he's a fucking dweeb. I actually think that Sneeko would be. I think if they got in a boxing ring or whatever, I think Sneeko would beat his ass though. We're both Londoners, but you are a madman from south of the river. Fucking northern monkey, yeah? Is that what you are? You can. Any excuse to have beef in it. It's like we're both Londoners. No, 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 no. Which part of London are you from, Kant? Yeah, I didn't even know who Aiden Ross was until I got on YouTube last year. I had no idea who the fuck I was. Because I'm not into like I don't watch influencers streaming at all. But there's certain people within the space that once I got Twitter, for example, there's certain people that you cannot avoid bumping into. So like Sneeko was one of them. Andrew Tate was another one. Obviously, he's obviously quite mainstream at this point now. That other dickhead. The Indian looking cunt. What's his name? What's his name? You know the guy who looks like a little Indian boy. Um, what's his name again? The one who had that fuck girlfriend. Um, and then there's that Adam, whatever his name is. See, so you can tell I don't really give a fuck. But you know the guys that I'm talking about. Neon was one of them. And then that little dweeb that he was beefing with. It's all fucking ridiculous. Mikey Musiala, he's like or Musemi or whatever his name is. He's like a grappler in one championship. And he's very good. He's very good. He talks like a fucking dweeb. Let me see if I can pull this up. Hang on. Let me see if I can pull this up. Mikey yeah, there it is. Musiemi Sneeko. Let me see if I can pull this up to illuminate this for you, this little dweeb. Let me see if I can find it here. Sneeko tries to bully the wrong nerd. Here we go. Hang on a sec. I'll play this. I'll play this over just to add a little bit of context to what we're talking about here. Hang on. Oh, so you know who he is already? Fuck it then. I'm good, Andy. How you doing, man? I'm just doing like a little impromptu stream because I realized I'm gonna be gone. Well, I'm gonna be traveling for like the next 24 hours at least, a bit longer than that actually. So I thought if I don't jump on now and have a little catch up, then you probably won't be seeing me until at least, well, I would say that the earliest time is probably Saturday night, which I probably won't be. So it'd probably be Sunday because I don't do fight companions. I prefer to jump into people like Dougie's Corner and Brutally Honest and watch their fight companions, usually at the same time. I'm sorry what I said about you these days. I don't know what you said about me, mate. But I'm sure you had your reasons. Consider yourself forgiven, whatever it was. Mikey Musemi had a beef with Sneeko. So basically, what happened is, yeah, let me show you the video in it. I'll show you the video of what the fuck happened. Hang on. So this is basically all it was about in it. Hang on. How do I share this shit? So it's this one here.
But jiu-jitsu is for autistic people. What I think a master of jiu-jitsu is somebody that inspires another generation. Jiu-jitsu, I swear, this is why I like striking. This is a competition where it's an art and it's an art form, and I learned from the master. He looks like Mark Zuckerberg. You shouldn't be winning. So that's like a master to student. He's an idol of mine for being 40.
So basically, to cut a long story short, Sneeko saw a video of him, basically called him a dweeb and said that BJJ is soy. And then Mikey came out and was like, "Listen, man, I'll fight you." And just did a you're a bully. And I I thought that was a pretty good impression, and that was basically it. It was basically handbags. I always support you, but I appreciate that, Andy. Don't worry, I don't take any personal offense to anyone talking a bit of smack about me. It's all in fun, isn't it? It's all in the game. But yeah, that's basically what that was about, Shotty. It was just like a silly. So it was just Sneeko reacting to a video of him saying BJJ is very soy and that he's a dweeb, basically, and making fun of his voice, and basically saying that BJJ is kind of useless on the street, which again is kind of, it's not entirely fair, but it's kind of correct somewhat. I mean, of all the martial arts, if you were only a specialist in BJJ, that would be that's the one discipline that out on the street probably isn't going to do you too much good. Spot on impression. It was unbelievably easy for me to do because there's a dweeb inside me as well. You know, it wasn't that much of a stretch for me to do. Came out a little bit too easily. I've never even tried to do an impression of him before, and I'm not really an impressions guy. How you doing, Lane? Good to have you here, bud. Yeah, as I was saying to the other guys, I'm just kind of on briefly just to like I said, I'm traveling really soon, so I just wanted to catch up with whoever was available, and just say hey and check in and whatnot. I'm glad that it's nice and chilled because the last couple of days, like when I came on Sunday, chat was moving like crazy. I couldn't keep up with shit. You know me, I'm very bad at reading, so. But yeah, it's nice to be here and check out everyone, see how everyone's doing. Is there anything else that I've missed? I haven't really been keeping up with MMA news as well this week, as well as I could have done. But I don't think there's that much going on. See you when you get home. I'm out. Take it easy, Andy, man. Good to have you here. I know it's very late in the evening. Like this literally, like nobody, pretty much nobody that I usually stream to is on at this time, or they don't expect me to be on at this time. So this was kind of like a bit of an experiment. Just don't become Lucas Tracy, worst chat reader of all time. I think for like Lucas Tracy and like once you get to a certain size, it's so difficult. It's so difficult, man. I'll tell you something though. The person who I think is like, there's two people that I look at in the space where I say they've got like rapidly busy chats and they keep up with it really well, and that's some ITP and musical MMA. They are both amazing because it's a very far like it's a difficult line to cross because like basically when your chat's moving super fast, in order to appease everyone, you basically end up sitting there just reading out comments, and it makes the chat or it makes the video fucking boring because it's like everyone's reading anyway. So what they're really really good at is like skimming through very quickly, picking up the highlights that are moving the chat along, and then engaging with certain things and just redirecting the conversation like that, which really impresses me about those two in particular. It feels very organic. But with guys like Lucas Tracy, he will occasionally pluck like a comment out of the, you know, he'll occasionally pluck a comment out and focus on it, and then he'll like ramble for like 20 minutes, and then by the time he's done, he's missed about 200 chats or 300 chats. Which, to be fair, for like I said, for a dude of a channel of his size, I kind of get it. I kind of get it. You know, and obviously you want to make your chat feel like you're not just like reading their comments out and then saying one thing and then moving on. You want to give everyone a little bit of a chance. Yeah, I completely agree with that. I completely agree with that. Like I love going into obviously ITP and musical MMA are very different in how they do things, as we know. But I literally watch everything they do because it's just like it's very engaging, it's very entertaining. You can use the channel activity button for each user to briefly read. Yeah, Crystal, you've always been a very big advocate for this as well. Like you kind of told me from the very beginning, like don't worry about it. Like just read the things that, and that's what I try to learn from watching those guys. Like basically read things that are going to keep the chat moving and and rolling smoothly rather than reading everything out. Um, You get the occasional person who gets like really pissed off if you don't read out every single thing they say. And the thing is, yeah, I kind of understand it because they've obviously come in. They're using the time that they have in a day to watch you of all people. You know, they're supporting you by watching you, and they just want to be interacted with. So it's about just kind of. So what I usually do is if somebody pulls me up in chat and says, "Oh yeah, you've missed something," I just apologize and try and find it and just read it out. That's usually the way that I go. Thoughts on YouTube on Lucas Tracy retiring from YouTube the moment he hit 100k subs? I think he's fucking insane. Do you know how many of us would kill, bro? I would literally lose my shit if I got to 1k. And this guy basically comes out of nowhere during a time when the space is like really really saturated. Now don't get me wrong, Lucas Tracy, he's not a shit YouTuber, but it was very minimum effort shit. It was basically like his person, and I know what that's like because I'm like that with YouTube lately. Um, but it's basically like low effort shit where you just jump on and you react to something, or you just go live. There's very minimum effort to his videos. Like they're not particularly well researched or well like. I mean, the guy's got personality, and he basically had himself a golden goose. Pretty much, he had like a really strong community that enjoyed his content, and it was very low effort stuff. He could do it. This whole thing of like, um, oh, he needs to fully invest into things. At the end of the day, look, he's got his own right, yeah, to decide he wants to continue something or not. But to me, he was in a position where he didn't really need to put any effort in anymore. If he just said, "Look, I'm going to go on a couple times a week," his audience would have mostly stayed with him because his content's very basic. It's like reacting to this video, doing a brief breakdown. And the thing is, that fight breakdowns, they do. The reason why I stopped doing them is because they take a lot of research. And obviously, when people come on, you want to give them the most informed opinion that you can because they might take your advice and bet on somebody. So that side of it, I guess, takes more time than people realize. Because even for me, I watch every card on almost every fight organization I can get my hands on. But sometimes you can't retain that information entirely. And I think I'm pretty good at that. But there would be times for UFC cards where I'd have to go back, watch 3 or 4 fights, think about, do you know what I'm saying? So there's a lot that goes into that. And then obviously doing things like fight companions are quite taxing and whatnot. But he could have just pulled back and said, look, I'm going to do 2 videos a week, whatever. And it wouldn't have affected him. But basically, so the reason why I think it's dodgy is because he had reached a point where the effort no longer needed to be there. So the fact that he just gave it up and walked away is strange to me. And it makes everyone think like, did he do something in his personal life where he was about to get kicked off the platform, where something was, maybe somebody was blackmailing him or something, and there was a point where he might get kicked off, so he's just thought to himself, do you know what, I'm going to preempt this and just do it anyway, because it seems strange. How are we doing, Nocho? Nocho, I haven't seen you for a while, man. Are you still doing lives and everything? I mean, I say that like it's like I've been on YouTube watching out. But how you doing, my man? As you can see, I look like total shit. Guru said he doesn't think Lucas was a true MMA fan, and so he probably did. He probably did. It was very, very clear to me that he was probably like a casual fan who probably has been watching the sport for 9 or 10 years. Yeah, I think he was. My honest thought is considering, if you consider all the factors involved, right? Low energy, like low effort stuff. Pretty much had like exactly the situation where his YouTube channel needed to be. It's at 100k. Doesn't really need to put much work into it. He's making money from it clearly, and then just to turn around and walk away from that after like building it for a year and a half, to say, "Oh, I've got other things that I'm working on," seems bizarre to me. Seems bizarre. I reckon something happened. I reckon he was either diddling or there was some kind of allegations or some kind of shit like that. How you doing, I9s, my man? It's good to have you back. Oh, B702's in here as well. I only saw one Lucas vid because ITP played it. To be honest, I don't watch Lucas Tracy really. Like I watched him. I watched what maybe. There's only two videos I remember of his watching. He did like an award show at the end of last year where he got, I think he wore one of those T-shirts, where it's like a tuxedo T-shirt. In fact, I think he wore an actual tuxedo, and he basically did like his own award show that was like 3.5 hours long in a live stream. And to be honest, I found it quite entertaining. But no, it's weird. He was literally. I think it's fair to say, in terms of like MMA live streamers, he was probably the second biggest on the platform. Guru's obviously number one, and then he was second. You've got guys like Bedtime MMA who are coming up, who are getting really big now, who recently went on camera, by the way. I did not think he was going to look like he looks. Not that it was a good or bad thing. I'm just saying it's not the guy that I pictured. Um, and then you've got people like MMA Joey who are obviously medium big MMA experts. Is somebody who's kind of there as well, but he basically just does picks. Um, I always thought he was a guru copy and paste machine. He got caught out for that a couple of times because I think Guru occasionally what he would do is he would throw picks in there for people that were utterly terrible, just to kind of bait Lucas Tracy into making the same picks. And then when he would, he'd be like, "That guy's shit. What are you talking about?" So I think he was caught out for it. So that's what I'm saying. It was very minimum effort stuff, but there must be something going on in the background. Bedtime MMA is a black American wannabe. I wasn't expecting him to be. I mean, like I said, the guy's content's apparent. I don't really watch a lot of him, but the guy's content's apparently really good. He's quite funny. But I saw that he'd gone on camera recently, and when I saw his feed pop up, I was like, "That's Bedtime MMA." All right, I was not picturing that. Maybe you're right. Maybe I was picturing someone black. Now that I think about it. Now that I think about it, he claimed he had some vague fitness company he wanted to open for some reason. He left YouTube, and this is the thing, Shotty. If that's the case, and maybe it is, surely what you would want to do is launch that first. Surely you'd come on YouTube and you say, "Look, guys, I'm gonna scale things down. There's something that I'm working on. I'm gonna do 1 or 2 videos a week, and then fucking work on this in the background." How you doing, Side? I ain't seen you for a while, my man. No chill for me is one of the next guys to come up. I reckon no chill is going to be huge. I genuinely do. But there's loads of guys in the space now who are like, there's like what I would consider some of us as like the lower tier that are like, because there's a lot of us that do this. Obviously, I know Iron bedtime is one of your favorites. I haven't watched enough of him to to say that I could have a strong opinion. I honestly don't know. Yeah, I've been kind of busy this month. I hear you, man. Like I said, I'm still abroad now. You can see I'm in well, it's not really a hotel room. It's like a condo. Um, but I'm heading home today, thank God, because it's been a nightmare here. I'm looking forward to going home and seeing my kid, man. I'm very much looking forward to it. And it's his birthday on Sunday as well. So I'm going to get home like the day before. I've already set things up for like his birthday as well. So I've got some things prepared. I'm so glad, yeah, that it's you guys in here. This is like a collection of like the OGs and like the people that I when I first came into YouTube I was interacting with. It's fucking sweet to have you lot here. The disrespect Tracy would send to Anderson Silva made my blood boil. But I think that's what made Tracy come across as like a major casual, because it's like if you're talking shit about Anderson Silva, you're not somebody who's been watching MMA for longer than 10 years. Like you were watching the Anderson Silva that lost to, even after the one that lost to Chris Weidman, it was more like the Israel and those kind of fights. Happy early birthday to you, Sade. That's awesome. So you are a Virgo. I don't know why I'm pointing that out. I'm not really a big star sign person. Personally, I think it's all a lot of bollocks. Tracy was gay with gay hair. You weren't a fan of like the blonde perm, yeah? Fair enough, mate. Fair enough. I'm not gonna hold that against you. I get that. The thing is, yeah, I'm never in a position to make fun of anyone's hairstyle. I'm taking some major risks these days, as you can see. How you doing, Sven, my man? Thanks for turning up. How are you doing, sir? For some reason, we've got into a conversation about Lucas Tracy. No Chill cried when Tracy retired. I was in one of your lives, No Chill, when that came about, and I think I think you responded to that situation perfectly, from what I remember. No Chill was thinking, I'm about to be number two. This is my time now. I think very few MMA channels are good. So many copy paste channels, 1 billion tier lists and reach. Yeah, that's the thing. It's more like I think that's why like I'm trying to go into a direction now where I'm gonna now that I'm kind of friends with a lot of YouTubers. I want to do like one video a week where I pick like a certain topic and get YouTubers to come together and give their opinions of it. So rather than going around to their channels and clipping stuff up, just like I've done with you, No Chill, on a couple of occasions, just like, and same with you, I9s, and some other people in here. Like I'll send and what I want to do more of is you guys in the chat. This is why I want people to join the Discord, because I want people who are subscribers to the channel to do the same thing as well. Like for example, I've got a video now that I'm currently working on. Because obviously I haven't really done much since I've been abroad, but I've got this video I'm working on now. I might as well tell you about what it is. Um, so the video basically, so No Chill, are you still here? Yeah. And this goes to any of you who are here. Basically, the idea is I want to ask people which fighter got them into the sport, like turned them into a hardcore, and why. And then I'm going to do a collection of like a compilation of hopefully like drawing out who over the course of MMA history has had the most impact on bringing the hardcore fan base to where it is today. Because everyone has an answer to that question. It's like there was one guy who like, no, I haven't been in the UK, Rick, and I'm not a little fuck. I know I look like I should be a fuck, but I'm not a fucking dickhead looter. These people are just scum, and the thing is, yeah, they're all gonna go to jail. You, Dougie's Corner, Musical MMA, City Life Project, Hank the Wank, and Paradox are the best MMA channels right now. To be honest with you, No Chill, I'm very very surprised when people say that my channel is good, because I don't feel like it is. The thing is, yeah, I used to make a lot of like I feel like my channel was better when I was doing like weekly videos with Jax, kind of doing different. So I'd copy everything. I'd cover everything. So I'd do things like fighter pay, things about women's MMA. I mean, if you look at my topics segment on my, I've literally covered everything MMA related. But now I've turned into, because I'm so full time with everything going on, I usually just jump on live and talk to you lot. So my channel's been very much like low effort for the last few months. And I'm basically waiting for my son to go to school in a couple of weeks so I can start doing other content. But yeah, what I'm saying, you guys, if there's a mod in here, I would recommend to you guys, join the Discord. And even if you don't want to go on camera, say, even if you just want to record like an audio clip, that would be great as well. Because I want to, for the direction of my channel, and I've been thinking about this for a little while. I want to have a very sort of community centric channel where like the community becomes an active part of how the videos get made. Because I think that would be like a very unique way of handling YouTube. Just literally having everyone who's been in here, who's like OGs, who maybe in their mind they're thinking, I'd like to do a video and they haven't done it yet, or they want to kind of take it to the next level and just state their opinion. I want to basically be able to give a platform for people to do that. and that's what I want the niche of my channel to be. But it's gonna be it's obviously going to be dependent on the community getting involved. Season 5, see what I'm saying? Season 5 of Tough and Nate Diaz is a great example. Anderson Silva's going to come up. BJ Penn for Sven, which I've just realized rhymes with your name. Yeah, so that's Chuck Liddell was another one. I mean, there were so many people, and it doesn't surprise me. Um, it's like a lot of people said Brock Lesnar, which made a lot of sense to me because they were probably watching WWE, didn't know what the fuck the UFC was, and then when he jumped over there, they're like, "Oh, let me see what this shit is," and then they became hardcore fans of that. So that's basically the next one that I want to do. So I'm literally going to send out a message on the Discord at some point today, because that's basically the next video I want to work on. If you went on more, you'd rack numbers up. People are insane with made up rules on their streams. I eat and pee and shit on stream because it's just for fun. Bruv, you've got about... The thing is, yeah, um, that video you made on... What's that fucking dude's name again? I always forget this guy's name. That fucking idiot boxing dude. The 300 no dude. I keep forgetting the guy's name. Yeah, so Sven, that's basically the plan. I want to have that, like... And so I want it to be very interactive with the community. That's what I want. I want it to be a community-based channel. Having more fun and caring less about having a perfect stream is way better for yourself and everyone to watch. That's what I learned. Charlie Zelenov, that's the thing. I think if you do combat, because your live streams are very entertaining. Like, you've got a great personality, so you're like fun to jump into and just listen to you sound off about whatever's going on. Um, but I think you figured out as well that videos like the Charlie Zelenov one, which I imagine took a lot of work to do, if you do a combination of the two, you're going to end up being fucking massive, mate. Like, because you've got like a flair for the comedic side of things as well. But yeah, so that's what I'm saying. I've kind of my plan has always been to have like do phone ins a lot more. Um, like have people just randomly jump on, and to also make it like a thing where, because also the issue what I've got is I don't want to be messaging YouTubers every week and saying, "Oh, can you give me a 60-second clip every week?" Because they're gonna think you selfish cunt. Like I'm basically doing all this work, and what you're doing is basically, using me to make your channel better, kind of thing. So I don't want to get stuck into that either, where it's like, I don't want people to turn around and think, fucking oh, he's asking for another video, which is why I'm probably going to do like the MMA YouTuber ones probably a couple of times a month, maybe at most. Because it's not really a big thing to ask somebody to say, oh, look, do you mind uploading a quick 60-second clip? It's pretty easy these days to just have an opinion about something, jump on, you know. But that's the next one. I want to do the who brought you into the sport is the next big question. And I'm going to send, like I said, when I get off on here, before I head to the airport, I'm going to send a link out to people. Because also I need to get everyone, oh yeah, sorry, Crystal. The thing is with the Discord, right? The link that I've got, for some reason, doesn't work. Let me see if I can, hang on, Crystal. This is the Chad Network one. It's called the Chad Network. I think Jack set it up. Let me see if I can copy this in. Crystal, if you're here, hang on a sec. Let me send this in. Try that and see if it works. As what I'm saying, I want people jumping on and just, and like I said, if you're somebody who doesn't really necessarily like going on video, it doesn't matter. Just send like an audio clip, and then I can have the fighter you're talking about over you speaking, if you know what I'm saying. Because I'm planning on probably doing that for when Paradox does his version of it. Like whoever he says, I'll just have like fighter highlights in the background while he talks over it. So don't feel like under any pressure to go on camera if you don't want to. Because I get what that's like. It's a nerve-wracking. It's like I didn't want to go on camera for the longest time. It was actually Jax who convinced me to, yeah, just jump on camera and start doing this. That video I sent in inspired me to buy a new microphone. bro. Do you know what do you know what the favorite? The moment you had in that video. You know, at the end when you do this very funny facial expression. You know when bro, it's the last 2 seconds of you on that last video I did is probably my favorite part of the entire video. You know, where you kind of go, I can't do the face that you do. Every time I watched that, when I was doing the every time I watched that when I was doing the editing part of it, I was fucking busting up, man. I thought it was really funny, and this is what I'm saying. That's what was very the one regret that I have about that video is what I basically did was I tried to make it spliced in between where I had somebody who had like a serious take and then somebody who had like a comedic take, and I tried to kind of separate them in between. But the problem with that is like, so I wanted it to have like some seriousness to it and some levity to it, but it felt a little bit imbalanced, you know. So it was like there wasn't any consistent kind of is this serious or not kind of theme, which you can't depend on because obviously all the personalities you have on are so like wildly different. But yeah, man, more community based stuff. I think that's going to be the way to go. I'll get my husband to help me. My Discord running here, so I can type that in. That's I don't even know what my Discord name is. If you add me on Discord anyway, hang on a sec. I just realized I got a message from Hank the Tank. Hang on. Oh no, the Chad Network. Yeah, the Chad Network is us. Let me. Maybe I can add an invite from here. Hang on. Uh, See member list. So we've currently got 24 members in there, which is really cool. And like I said, it's quite active in there. How do I fucking share this piece of shit though? Well, I've copied the link and I don't know. I think there's like an invitation thing you can do. I'm so computer illiterate as well. This is one of the issues. Anyway, you see the point. How you doing, Lala? What's good in the hood? CJ. I haven't spoken to you for fucking ages, dude. I've heard your kids are back at school. I didn't know that America were doing that. I really want to do more fighter interviews. The thing is, no, Chuya, you'd be very, very surprised, Jay. If you reach out to people, there would be so many people just willing to do it. We see these fighters as like a lot of people just see them as, oh, like they're unreachable. You can't really talk to them. It's amazing how easy it is to get that done. If you're willing to put the time in and just contact you, I mean, you can contact fighters directly on Twitter and shit now, or directly on Instagram. Just figure out what platform they're the most active on, and then just send them a genuine message and see how it goes. The worst thing they'll do is ignore it or say no. But see, most people think, oh, there's no way a fighter's going to talk to me, and they don't even try. So just head over to like somebody's Twitter or somebody's and just give like think yeah, it's the best way to do it. You have to believe it's possible for it to happen. It's really good to see you in here though, CJ. I hope the kids are doing well and I hope the family's well. I'm looking forward to us doing more videos together as well. I tried to get you on the last one, CJ. I don't know if your husband told you. I really did try to get you on. So CJ, you need to do the next one. I'm calling you out right now. It's more finding interesting people that would go on a channel with 1K subs. That's the thing. And when you've got like you want to find somebody who's got an interesting personality, but also you need to be willing to make it interesting, which is why I think that's something you'd be really good at. Because the last thing, the reason why a lot of fighters don't do interviews with smaller channels is because they usually just end up, first of all, because the reach isn't very big, it makes you not want to do that. You need to be able to have a creative interviewing style, so that they don't feel like, oh shit, well, I'm getting asked the same fucking questions over and over again. So you have to be creative, a bit funny with it, and also know how to know the fighter that you're dealing with. So reach out to people that you have like an intimate knowledge on, and then Did you hear the rumors that Stipe might be injured? That would be fucking brilliant. That would be fucking brilliant. I think if Stipe was a real guy, yeah, if he was the real guy, he would say he would fake it and just say I'm out, so that we can all step back and look at what John Jones does. Stipe being injured would be the best thing to happen this year. But I heard that John Jones was injured as well. There's some issues. That fight is. I mean, it's been made official, right? It's supposed to be. Well, I don't know if it's been made official. This is the thing. John Jones would literally be like, Stipe pulling out would be the worst thing to ever happen to John Jones's career. Because then everyone's gonna literally go. So what's up? He's out. So, but I know what John Jones would do. I know how you doing, crossover, my man. How's the channel doing? I haven't been on YouTube too much. Yeah, if I was John Jones, what he's gonna do is if Stipe is injured, he's just gonna go. Well, I'm just gonna wait for Stipe. I see UFC fighters, you get 20 views on interviews sometimes. It's mostly networking from what I've talked to James Lynch about. James Lynch is a good person to even Jax, like Jax knows many fighters and does interviews with fighters. It's very doable. And the thing is, yeah, like I said, no chill, yeah. I think you'd be fucking good at it, man. I think you'd be really good at it. I think you could get that humor. He did and I will. This damn job got me working hard to launch the new product. That's sweet. I love the fact that you guys are such a team. Almost to 100 crossover. When you hit that first 100, things will start to things will start to snowball. I remember, yeah, when I started my channel, yeah, getting to my first 100 was the hardest. It was the hardest because the thing is, yeah, nobody. I made the mistake as well of like telling like family and friends like, oh, can you subscribe to me just to give me a like a starting. It was the worst thing I could have done because then they would subscribe to me and then they wouldn't watch it because they're like, I hate MMA. Like they'd be. I have one or two of my friends who would like watch a video and then have it on mute because they're like, I don't want to listen to you talking about this bullshit. So that was why my channel was very slow to take off. What you want, yeah, you'd rather have. I genuinely believe this, yeah. You'd rather have 1,000 subscribers that watch all of your videos and interact with what you're doing than have 100,000 where most of them don't watch because it's pointless. It's fucking pointless. The algorithm just doesn't work like that. You need people who are like actively watching and actively engaging because crossover will tell you this as well, and no chill will tell you this as well. The things that get your channel pushed out there. Do you know when it started for me? This the big difference for me was when people started commenting on my videos. Once they started commenting on it, my videos started popping up in more places. So that's what you need to kind of encourage. So you try to set up your videos in a way, yeah, where people want to call you a cunt. Crystal, I'm actually working on that at the moment as well. I've been releasing the odd short every now and then, so I've done like 3 or 4 shorts say in the last month or two. But I only recently was told about that program. You know where you basically pump in a very long video, and then it breaks things down into shorts for you, and then does all the like the captions and all that kind of stuff. So you're definitely right. I want to do shorts. I want to do vertical streaming. I want to do call-ins, and I want to do community videos. That's the plan. The comments and shorts have worked to me. This is what, bro. It's like I said. You've been doing YouTube what, a month and a half? I think it took me 3 months to get to 100, and then by the end of the year, so when I finished my first year on YouTube, I was sitting at around about 450, something like that. And obviously now I'm 6 months further down the line, and I'm slowly getting towards 1K. But I genuinely think unless something drastic happens, the way that my progression is going at the moment, I'm not going to hit 1K by the end of the year. I don't believe so. Yeah, call-ins are great, man. If they're a lot of fun. I had Sniff do a call-in the other day. I've had crossover do a call-in. Um, there was another guy who came on who was. I need to find out who the fuck this guy is because he was really chill, had some great takes, but I was so sleep deprived, and on top of that, I was drunk off my head as well. I can't remember who it was. Crossover, maybe you can illuminate that because you were on the chat with him. Who was that guy? Because it definitely wasn't Chris Gray because Chris Gray came in a little bit later and he was like, everyone was saying it was Chris. He's like, that wasn't me, unless he's fucking trolling. But yeah, Chris Gray. It wasn't him apparently, from what he says. But mind you, Chris Gray is a well known troll, so he could be fucking me. But yeah, that's what I've kind of experienced and what it's like in YouTube, and also as well, what you want is I didn't do this on purpose, but basically what would happen is for some reason, Western Mass Climber, Aaron, and there were a couple of other people found my channel, and then what they used to do was they'd go into other channels and then say, "Oh, and check this, go and check this guy out." So the community kind of supports itself. If you can find people who like care about you as a personality and want to see you do well, because the thing is, yeah, I don't like going into other people's channels. Like I'm friends with ITP now. I'm friends with Musical. I'm friends with Brutally. I would never go into their channel and be like, "Hey, yo, man, I've got this video coming out," and then I'd like, do you know what I mean? And same with City Life Project. I wouldn't go up into his chat and be like, "Yo, guys, like, this is, can you come and subscribe to my channel and all this bullshit?" It's like, on the Peyton Talbot here, dude. I just got that. Do you know what somebody said it was earlier? My friend messaged me. You know that he said yeah that I've got the that transgender, not transgender, but the transgender boxer who won the gold medal at the Olympics was more the look that he was saying it was like. I just literally did this here because I'm obviously in very hot weather at the moment, and trying to tie my hair up into a ponytail was becoming a drag. But yeah, the point I was making is like I wouldn't go into somebody's stream like City Lives, for example, and just start shouting myself out and saying, "Oh, can you come and subscribe over here?" Because I don't really like that. I don't really like that style. I don't really like. I think it's a very weak thing to do to come into somebody else's space and say fucking subscribe to me, come to me. Like it's obviously really great if people do it for you. Like you obviously appreciate that, but yeah, it's just something that I've kind of felt like it's. So yeah, I'm looking forward to getting back home and getting back and looking at people like City Life. City Life for me. I'm going to give you a little bit of glazing while I'm here. The reason why I go to City Life is I don't know anyone in the space who knows so fucking much about everything that's going on all over the world in MMA. I don't know anyone who has that much of an extensive knowledge. Like pretty much City Life Project watches every fuck. If there are two bums fighting in a back alley, City Life's there, and he knows a breakdown of both bum, how many street fights they've been in. Very, very impressive to me. It's like another level. 3 more likes and the views match the lakes. Sweet. I always forget. This is what I'm saying. I'm still like such a fucking like. I even feel bad just saying to people, "Can you like and subscribe and all that?" I hate saying it, and I often forget to. So it's really nice when people because I feel like you're helping me out with that. Because then I don't feel cringe for like asking it, but then it reminds people to do so. Again, all those things help. Yeah, the City Life is like Kaposa, but does it in front of an audience. It's again, I'm amazed yet that I only heard of City Life's YouTube channel. Again, it was somebody in here recommended it to me. I only heard of it 2 months, and that guy's got what 10,000 subs, something like that, 11,000, maybe more than that. So as I'm saying, YouTube's a weird thing. You can be somebody who's doing really well. I was just talking about you, Westy. So basically, what my point was, yeah, people like Weston, people like Crystal, people like Aaron were the reason why this channel became less than just like a handful of people, and then it suddenly became a community. Because, and I will be eternally grateful to people like Westy, because I never ever asked him to do that. I never said to Weston, "Do you know what, bro? Can you go over there and tell them about me?" I've never done that. So the fact that out of his own, off his own back, he went and did that, I'm like, fucking legend, like. And then I remember the first time I got like an ITP raid, and I nearly shit my pants. I was like, God damn, because it made me realize, like, hang on a second, and then every YouTuber then scratches each other's back. So it's like, if I'm on and I see No Chill on, I'll be like, all right, I'll fuck off now. I'll send people over to No Chill. If the same thing if Paradox has just gone off, and it works both ways. How you doing, pussy? Oh, what's good, my man? Um, so yeah, this is what I'm saying. It's like we've got such a nice fucking community now of like OGs here who have supported the channel from the beginning, and they're still willing to help push it out and to help others as well. So it's like crossover scene this as well. We've literally got like a team of us, like brutally. I would consider brutally musical, ITP, crossover, Paradox. Um, we're all part of like kind of the same ecosystem, and whenever we get a chance, we always like shout each other out. How you doing, Cheddarhead? Cheddarhead, I am coming. I remember when Guru randomly came in here. He's come in here 3 times now. He's come in here 3 times. So he came in the first time he came in. I put a short up of that on my, because I literally saw, like, you see my reaction in this in the chat where I'm like, so first of all I saw his name and then was like, so obviously my first reaction was, oh shit, and then it instantly drained away where I was like, no, it's not him. And then slowly more and more people in the chat are going, no, 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 it's him. Then he says, no, it's me. And I'm like, huh? And then what? People don't know this, yeah. I forgot to tell people this, yeah. I got a funny story about that, yeah. I went into Guru's chat later that night because I still thought I was being bullshitted. So I went into Guru's chat and I sent him a super chat and said like, oh, I'm really sorry, man. Like, did you come into my chat earlier? Because I have a feeling I'm being like glazed. If you didn't, obviously cool. And then he said to me, I don't know who the fuck you are. And I've got this on video. Yeah, he said, sorry, mate, I don't know who the fuck you are. Sorry. And then literally 5 seconds later, he goes, I'm joking. I was in your fucking chat. And then he starts going, Frankie, I know who you are, Frankie. I've got a video of it on my phone. So that was the second part of the story that nobody saw. But that was really cool, man. And it was good of him to take the time to do that. But like I said, man, the thing is, yeah. The thing is, yeah, I don't mind email Melson. For some reason, yeah, he seems to have a problem with me because basically, like, I got relatively annoyed when he came into the chat one day, and this had happened like basically 3 weeks in a row, where he came in and he was just arguing with like Hank the Tank and somebody else, and it's like the entire chat was just spammed with them arguing with each other, and he would come in and the first thing he would say would be like, "Oh, this person's a fucking non." He would basically go at Rego and go at, and it was pretty funny at first, and I think email is very entertaining. But that particular day, it was like relentless. The whole chat was just like him arguing with I think I can't remember if it was Hank the Tank that day or somebody else. And then one of the mods just got pissed off. It could have been Paradox, it could have been Westy, I'm not sure. But they got annoyed and they were just like, fuck, this is ruining the chat. They could see that I was getting visibly annoyed, so they kicked him out. Um and then he started coming in with more, and then ever since then, he's just like I pop up and he's there, he starts talking shit. It's the same thing with like that Mexican food truck guy. Like he literally came into my stream for 10 minutes, one time in his life, right at the moment when Chris Gray was talking about midget porn, or fucking midget specifically. And I think he heard me say something like I read out a chat saying I'd fuck a midget, blah, but it wasn't me saying I would fuck a midget. And then literally then every time I go into ITP stream, he'd be like, your channel shit, you're a midget fucker and all this kind of thing. I'm like, that's not what I said, but like, all right, if that's how you feel. And then he kept saying to me, Mexican food truck kept saying to me, oh, I'm gonna come in one time and oh, yeah, I'm gonna come in one time and you've got to impress me, like so I can give you a chance. I might subscribe to you. I'm like, fuck you, dude. Like, you think I give a fuck? Like, if you want to come in here, fine. But if you think I'm gonna be like, right, I better do well today so that you fucking subscribe to me, suck my actual balls. And like I said, if you'd actually, it's like when people get clipped up, right? And then they say, you know, when you get a very small clip of somebody and then you base your entire opinion on them on that with no context. Like, fuck you, innit? But yeah, I've got not like to get back to the email thing. He can be very childish, yeah. He can be. Ultimately, I think the guy's funny, and I've got nothing against him. But the thing is, if you're taking the piss in the chat to a point where you're literally ruining the stream, where all that's going on is it's just you and him arguing, and I'm literally sat here like reading up, like I can't react because it's like I'm not going to spend 45 minutes of my time reading out insults. Like, it's just so I literally felt like, and even at that point, I didn't kick him out. But the mods could obviously see like, look, this is ruining things. It's like, fuck this. So take a minute to chill, and then come back. But outside of that, it's like I'm saying, it's we're not going back here again, Chris Gray. I shouldn't have brought it up again. But I mean, this is what I'm saying. The whole like lore behind all those YouTubers. No chill saying the same thing. It is the thing is it's all banter in it. But all these guys know each other. There's like how we all know each other now. Like in 5 years from now, you never know. Some of us may be beefing in here because you get like really close to each other. You know, Paradox. By the way, here while you're here, while everyone's here, the next video I'm working on this week, I want a 60-second clip of you telling me which fighter got you into the sport of MMA and why. Also, Paradox, do you have a link for the invite for our Discord? Midgets need the pipe too. Do you see what I'm saying? Now I've said that, if somebody's just come in, they hear me say midgets need the pipe too, they haven't watched the fucking chat and they're like, this guy fucks midgets. And then I become the midget fucker on how you doing, MMA plug, my man. Thanks for the comment earlier. I'm so sorry that it took me a while to respond to the comment. I haven't really been on YouTube the last week. But so sorry that I didn't get back to you. Yeah, Paradox, you're right. Paradox, could you please drop the Discord in? MMA plug. I'm doing a video this week. So the video is which fighter got you into the UFC or got you into MMA and why? Yeah, MMA plug. It was a whole thing. Basically, we had a conversation in here. It wasn't really about midget porn specifically, but it came up because sometimes random shit comes up in this chat and you just roll with it. But anyway, this guy jumped in just as you just did, where I was reading out like, oh, I'd fuck a midget, blah blah blah, and then the guy was like, this guy's fucked up, and then every time he sees me in different chats, he's like, oh yeah, this bad MMA math guy, this Fight Night Frankie guy is just a midget fucker. I'm like, no, go, like, there's context. I was reading out something in the chat, and at no point during that entire segment did I say if I'd fuck a midget or not. I didn't say that. But that's just how things go on YouTube sometimes. Context gets lost, No, Chris Gray, it literally went on for like 2 weeks, and it was basically one or two guys that were like talking shit. See, Ken Shamrock is another one that I expect to come up. Ken Shamrock comes up, Brock Lesnar comes up, Tito Ortiz comes up. Some people say fucking Ronda Rousey. So yeah, sorry, Paradox. Thank you for linking that up. So guys, just for context here. Sorry, I'm gonna open up my YouTube now, so it's gonna make a noise. Oh no, I managed to catch it in time. So I'm gonna link the Discord in the. I'm gonna pin it here. If you could join the Discord, that would be really helpful because, like I said, we're doing fucking we're doing like collaboration videos and stuff like that, and I really want to get you on this one, MMA Plug, as well. MMA Plug's another guy. I fucking love your channel. You're a young buck, and you're gonna do really really well. So get shout out there to Frankie Edgar's a great one as well. This is what I'm saying. So Paradox, if you could do me like a minute video saying what fighter got you into the sport, being Frankie Edgar, and then tell me why. Just like a nice 60 seconds. And same for you, No Chill. Same for anyone in here. Join the Discord. And like I said, if you don't want to go on camera, just jump in and just give me an audio clip and I'll get creative with it. Like I'll put fighter highlights on or whatever. Even if it's just an audio clip. And obviously I'll shout you out in the video as well. So that's going to be the next one. I think it would be quite fun. Chuck is one that came up quite a lot. The thing is here, MMA Plug, it's not me, it's just me reacting. My chat are the funny ones. My community here are the funny ones. I swear to God, they're the ones who are like, there are so many personalities in here. Like, I don't know if No Chill is still in here. But my favorite live stream that I ever did was the first time that No Chill came into my live chat. We were fucking cooking that night. It was the most base conversation I've had with a community on this channel. We went fucking in, man. I think that might have been the same one as the midget one. That may have been the same one as the midget stream. Like, so yeah, when No Chill came into the chat the first time, that was possibly my favorite ever live stream, possibly, that I've done on here. It just was hilarious. So, and then a plugged last I put up. That's perfect. Thank you for putting up. These are the kind of things we do. This is my favorite thing about the community we've got here. Literally, bigging up everybody else's channels in here and helping everyone else to grow. Crystal, you need to shout out your own channel as well. You need to shout yourself out as well. Crystal's got a channel as well. Like, I'm looking in the chat here. I've got what? Crystal's got a channel. Paradox is obviously a fucking legend in the game. No Chill's got a channel. Who else is in here who's got a channel? MMA Plug's got a great channel. Trying to look up here. Like I said, man, there's a few. Yeah, so just give people a chance. Give them a sub. I'm sure they'll really appreciate it. Thanks, West. You just in time. But this is what I wanted to say. Before I go off on, because I'm going to be flying in, like, I'm leaving here in like 5, 6 hours. So I'm not going to be on probably until Sunday night. But yeah, man, I wanted to give I want to remind people like Westy and people like Paradox as well. Who, Crystal's another one. Aaron Tats was another one. They were guys early on with, and No Chill's become that guy as well now. It's like shouting out each other's channels and helping everyone to eat from the same plate is such a blessing in this. You know, when people, because YouTube can be a very selfish place. Frankie, did you see the Big Ginger Jew gave me a huge shout? I didn't see that. I haven't been on Guru's live streams in a little while. But that I can only imagine how that felt. I can only imagine how that felt. Like I've had the Guru come in here a couple of times. But imagine being in his fucking channel. Like, I mean, he did shout me out once. I got no subscribers from it. But it was when I went in to find out if he'd been to my channel or not. You clipped it. You need to send that to me. Can you send it into the chat now? Chris, are you modded? Is Chris modded? If he's not, he fucking should be. Chris, are you modded? Chris is not modded. I want Chris, I'm gonna mod you right now. There you go. There you go. Now you can post Okay, hang on, I can do it. Hang on, Crystal, I'll do that right now. Hang on. Is this hang on, let me see. Wait. I'm gonna play this right now, Crystal, just for you. Just for you. Let me share. Hang on. Alright. Are we ready?
This. Ta-da!
You should see what else she can do.
Smash the end on this.
Oh, that is sick! Fucking I didn't know what I was looking at first.
Ta-da!
Bloody hell, that is mad. I love that. See, Crystal, this is what you're really oh, that is very much a Crystal style content as well. I can see why you like that one. That's the kind of thing I'd expect from you. I'm looking like MMA Joey these days. I'm going to go work out so I don't die of future. Big ups, bro. Good to see you here, No Chill. I'm not going to be here for that much longer as well because I've got to finish packing and whatnot and try and get a little nap in before I head to the airport because I do not sleep on planes. Bro, just open X. Right, hang on a sec. Because I don't have X on my... I've got X on a separate browser. Hang on a sec. Let me just open this up. Paradox, are you in there, yeah? Have you sent me already? Oh, fucking hell. I've got like 20 messages. Hang on. Creators chat. Who made the creators chat? You fucking genius, whoever you are. Paradox, did you send me the link on X? Oh, you got it. There you go. Hang on a sec. You fucking sneaky motherfucker. Oh, who told him you have heart disease? Was it Sniff? Sniff is oh man, Sniff is a legend. You know that. This is exactly why I love Sniff, man. Was it Sniff? Yeah. Was it Sniff? Sniff, you're in here as well, bro. How you doing, man? Sniff always turns up whenever he's about. It's like his he gets like a what do you call it a wiggle that he's about to get glazed, and he turns up just in time. How you doing, Sniff? Oh, brutally did it. That is fucking hilarious. That is fucking hilarious. Did you get any subs from it, Paradox? That is really funny, man. Why is John Morgan so obese? I don't want to be mean. I don't want to be mean. So brutally did it, yeah? That is legit. I'm going to go into that properly later and have a look. Found out you're Jewish. How are you feeling then, Sniff? Wait, so Sniff, did you get around to doing that DNA test thing, yeah? If you found out you were Jewish, that would be one of the funniest turn of events in MMA history, in MMA YouTube history. No, Sniff did it. Brutally made the creator chat on X. Oh, I got you right. So Sniff did the. So the thing is, yeah, as soon as I heard what the dono, because first of all, Sniff is like a legendary dono guy, but that sounded like a very Sniff thing to do. That is fucking hilarious. I love that. I love that. Yes, they say I'm the king of the Jews. Oh man. Do you know what? Yeah, you need to sniff. Yeah, do you know what you should do? You should make a video. Yeah, where you do you get like an ancestral, like where they check your DNA. I don't know if you've done it already, and then you do a live reaction to that. You kill it, bro. That'd be hilarious. But no, shout out to you, Sniff. That is sincerely hilarious. But anyway, boys, I'm gonna have to wrap it up now because I'm going to finish packing and then head to the airport. But I will be back. I'm hoping I'll be back. Well, I might come back on Saturday, but I'll definitely be here on Sunday. Who are we raiding before I leave? Who's getting the raid this time? What's that fucking noise? Oh, it's Discord. Who's getting the raid before we leave? Sniff's hair is fucking beautiful, mate. I wish I had hair that thick. Sniff needs to jump on streaming. I've said this to Sniff already, and the thing is, yeah, everyone loves Sniff to the extent where even if he just made some low effort jump on every now and then, everyone would push Sniff's channel. You're finally leaving the feel of a beans. Yeah. Is anybody on right now that we can quickly jump over to? Is anyone live? I'm really sorry to have made it short today. It's been a fun conversation about how we got to Paradox. Are you back on? Is Pickham's on? But I don't think I don't know if Pickham's even on. That might be bullshit. Dougie's corner is Dougie on? Dougie's on. All right, guys. Let me just check this to be sure. Is Dougie on? All right. Can we all raid Dougie's corner? Let me throw this over here. I haven't had a chance to raid this guy in a while. Can we all call over to Dougie's corner? And just do the usual shouting out Paradox, shouting out this channel. I'm not 100% sure that he's live, but I think he is. So yeah, guys, I've linked. Hang on. View your channel. Hang on. Let me just pin that right now because there's 17 in here in YouTube and there's another 20. Dougie's ending now. Fuck. Tell him he's about to get raided. Tell him he's about to get raided and to hang on for 5 minutes. Oh, the people's chump. All right, let's get over to the people's chump then. Sorry, guys, if Dougie's going off. Oh, I'd love to see that. I'd love to see that, Crystal. All right, well, Westy, let's go over to Sorry, guys, Westy, have you pinned it? Hang on, let me pin it now. Can you pin? I'm sure you can. All right, guys, head over to this guy. I'm gonna do the same, and we'll give him a quick shout out. All right, boys, I'll take it easy. I'll catch you guys real soon. Really, I fucking love you, dudes. Sniff, sorry that I caught you a bit late coming in. We'll definitely have to catch up, hopefully on Sunday's one if you're about. And Sniff, I need a video from you as well, mate. Sniff, if you could jump on the Discord at some point, if you could make like a 30-second to 60-minute clip of you telling me which fighter got you into MMA and why, I'd really appreciate it. I really want you on my next video. If you wouldn't mind, Sniff. So anyway, boys, head over to this guy, give him a little shout out, and I'll catch you guys on Sunday. Much love to all of you, man. It's been a pleasure as always to have you in here. Much love.